Looking for a gift for someone who wants to learn more about networks? Do you have to buy your own gifts and want something that's going to help you increase your skills at work or possibly get your next job? And you want to go beyond the unboxing and just plugging something in and it working? Well, stay tuned, and I'm going to show you several options to work with. Welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter, your home for all things relating to smart home technology. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Ubiquiti line of products and how it can help you expand your smart home. Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and we're going to be working on this together. This content is also available as an Amazon Flash Briefing or podcast. Please go to techbiteswithronnutter.com for more information. For any items mentioned in this episode, there are affiliate links available in the description. If you click on these links, I will get a small commission, but that won't affect the price you pay for the item. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe now and enable notifications. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. Now, here's what we're going to be talking about. If you've not heard about Ubiquiti, or your person who you're buying the gift for has maybe said something about Ubiquiti, it's its own little system. There's numerous pieces to the puzzle. There's switches, there's security systems, and we're going to cover all of these to a degree so you can kind of get a feel for what your options are. Now, the first thing you'll probably want to look at for them is a security gateway. Think of this like a firewall. While you may already have one, this is a firewall at a different level from what you'll find typically of things you would get in Office Depot or Office Max. Then they have an 8-port PoE, and that stands for Power over Ethernet. This is something that's going to help you or help your person you're buying the gifts for be able to power things and not have yet one more power supply that has to be plugged into the wall. Then there is a little mini switch, which is a 5-port one, and you can put it in all sorts of places. And again, it doesn't have to worry about some things. There is an access point that can be looked at. So there's quite a bit that can be done here. So let's go ahead and get you down that process. When you're setting up that new account for the smart home cloud service or device, please get a copy of my smart home device account checklist you see here on the screen. This will help make sure that everything gets written down that you entered to get that account created. The form will also serve as a backup copy when you get this entered into your password manager app. And if you're not already using a password manager app, please get one now and get started. You will be subscribed to my email list in exchange for the checklist. I won't share, rent, or sell your information to anyone. The Ubiquiti line of products is rather substantial, and it's sophisticated enough that you can do quite a bit with it. The kind of the heart and brains of the operation is going to be the Ubiquiti security gateway. Now, there's all sorts of levels to this one. This is kind of the entry level into the group and the one that I've got running in my own home. It's fairly, not fairly small, but it is not going to take a lot of room on a cabinet. It's not going to have a noisy fan. It's got several connections to it that you can tie it into your current internet provider and then connect things throughout the home. This is just what you see on the outside. So this is going to be something that it's got a lot of things you can do with it. There's a whole management system, which by the way is free. And you can run that on either a Raspberry Pi, or if you've got a Windows workstation, there are several options available where you can run this. Now, depending on what you're wanting to do for someone you're looking for gifts for, they also have an 8-port PoE switch. Now, this is something that only to make note of, only 4 of the ports support PoE, but for the price, this is just a little over $100. That's not a bad choice to have to make. It again is very configurable. I won't go into a lot of the technical terms, but for its price, it's far more configurable than you will find with some of the other items out there. The other or next thing to look at is if you're been after your significant other or the person that handles your networking at home to, the wireless coverage is really not what it can be. This is something that you can get an access point for That's about, again, about $100, maybe lower, depending on what the prices are at any given time. This is something that is going to be very different from what you're used to. It's going to offer a lot of features and functionality, so it's going to be able to grow with you. And also, if you listen to some of the geek speak that your intended recipient is giving you, if they say something about maybe Wi-Fi 6, there's a version of the access point that will be out probably just before Christmas that will have that functionality in it as well. There is a 5-port switch that you can get that is, you can put it in an out of the way place. I've already done a video on setting this up. So there is really, you can do just about anything with it that you would want to. It's almost as configurable as its 8-port brother. It just, some things it can't do, of course, with a difference in size, then that's understandable. So those are certainly some options involved. And let's switch over. I'm going to show you the management console that can also be run. This is a whole learning system. It's not just a take it out of the box and plug it in, but whoever you're getting this for, if they really want to get into under the hood with some of the stuff that's in IT or get that next better job, this is going to help them with the tools to do that, and at a far more affordable price than what you can expect if you were going to buy some of the commercial gear from some of the big boys, Cisco and Juniper. So let's switch over to that screen. We'll let you see what it looks like. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is the Unifi management console. This does require something like a Raspberry Pi or other computer to run on. But as you can see, this shows you everything that I've got in my particular setup. So I've got, let me click down here to devices. It will give you everything that's on the network that's manageable from Ubiquiti. So I've got the security gateway, the 8-port switch, basically anything that you have on there from Ubiquiti. This is how they will manage it. And they'll really learn when they start digging under the hood what's going on. Now, the added advantage, if you're not the person that's going to be doing this one, is the more information that is available, you can tell if there's a problem. Now, this is a pictorial example of what's sitting on my network, and I can trace down to the connection where it comes in, how it's coming to the network, and then get specifics as to how well it thinks its connection is. So this can really be something that can take a lot of time to get them through the process, but they're going to learn so much because you can see, you can get a feel for what's going on with the network. So if you're not a network person or don't deal with technology, I understand that one because not everybody does. But this is something that will give you or give them an idea of what's going on, and they can really they've got a chance at making things run better with this kind of configuration. Again, it's not something to just take out of the box, plug in, and up it's running. There will be a learning curve for whoever you're getting to. So if somebody who thrives on a challenge or wants to get some skills for that next step in their career process, this would be an interesting way to proceed. So if this is for a large family, if this is going to be something where multiple people are wanting to get in on it, you can spread this all around so each one person can buy a piece of the puzzle, and you'll keep somebody very busy for quite a while. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see some videos on the screen that are similar to the one that you've just watched or other content that YouTube thinks you might be interested in. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe now and enable notifications. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.